Hey, what's up, guys? Matt here with OddsJam. We got an awesome game tomorrow between the United States and Iran. Obviously, U.S., huge game, I guess, for both teams, but I'm recording this in the United States, so that is the angle that I'm going to go with. Huge game. U.S. wins. They're in into the next, by in meaning into the next round. They move out of the group stages and into the single elimination games. If they lose or tie, they are out. So huge game for the U.S. So figured I'll do a little bit of a betting preview and also give out my best bets for this game as well. So using OddsJam to find the best odds for every play. If you wanted to bet the U.S. on the money line, you could do that at plus 105 at PointsBet and WinBet. Not a horrible price. Pinnacle prices that at plus 104. Bet Online prices that at minus 102. Bet Rivers has it for minus money at minus 103 as well. And then pretty much across the board, we see it at plus 100. So getting that extra 5 cents on PointsBet and WinBet, don't think that is a terrible price, a terrible bet. Removing the VIG from three-way markets is a lot more complicated. So I don't have a positive expected value bet or anything on this one. But I do think that getting the U.S., the plus 105 odds is pretty good. In terms of the total goals, so as you can see, it kind of ranges from 2 to 2.5. So Bet Online, Pinnacle have it at 2. The 2.25 is it's called an Asian handicap. The way that works, I believe, is I believe that if you bet $50 on the over 2.25, the way it works is you bet $25 at over 2 and $25 at over 2.5. So if 3 goals are scored, then you win your bet. If only 2 goals are scored, then you win half your money. That's kind of how the 2.25 works. But in terms of the total goals in this one, I mean, we see some books have it at 2, but heavily juicing it towards the over. None giving you better odds than the 2 sharp books, Pinnacle and Bet Online, are giving you. If you want to get the Asian handicap at 2.25, you can get a decent price on that at Bet365 at minus 119. The other books have it in the minus 120s, but again, not a positive expected value play. And then if you wanted to just take the under 2.5, minus 152, obviously incredibly juiced there. Now, the U.S. has played 2 games and a total of 2 goals have been scored. So the under 2.5 makes sense from that perspective, but obviously the math of everything is the most important thing. So if you wanted to sacrifice the poor odds, you could take the under 2.5 at minus 152 at Bet Rivers. Those are the best odds. There's a minus 154 at Betfred. The rest of them in the minus 155 range, minus 160. We see a couple at minus 170 and minus 175. So you could take that. But the actual official bet that I recommend placing for this game is the under 0.5 goals in the first half. So no goals in the first half, plus 170 odds at Caesars. This is an awesome play. Number one, of course, it's positive expected value. So I found it using OddsJam, using the positive expected value page. The OddsJam no vig odds prices this at pretty much plus 167 is what we can call it at, plus 167. And we're getting it at Caesars at plus 170. So these no vig odds are pulled from the sharpest sportsbooks in the world. So you can view this as the true line of what a market should truly be priced at. And anywhere in which you can get better odds is going to be a good play. In this case, that's the gap between the plus 167 and the plus 170. And then another thing I like to do when I'm positive expected value betting is if you click open a play and just look where every sportsbook prices it, look at the value here. So plus 170 at Caesars. Every other book has this at closest plus 155. No book has this above plus 155 except for Caesars at plus 170. We even see as low as plus 145 at BetMGM and Bet Rivers. Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, has it at plus 153. And every book has it pretty much at that same range. So this plus 170 at Caesars is an awesome play and a true outlier compared to all the other books. So even though the plus 170 odds obviously are pretty steep, I think that this is an awesome play. You know, imagine the odds you would have gotten on under 0.5 total goals in the full game against England. Now, obviously, it's unlikely that this is another 0-0 tie, but the fact that we can get at least no goals in the first half at plus 170 odds Really, really good value here. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this one in, the plus 170 odds at Caesars. Awesome price. So that's going to be my official play, my official bet in the U.S. versus Iran game. And then if you wanted to take the U.S. money line at plus 105 at one of these two books, PointsBet or WinBet, I wouldn't hate that as well. And that's going to be it. So we'll see what happens in the game tomorrow. I appreciate everybody watching, and have a good one.